Good morning, gamers. Hello. I talk about raid teams, teammates, and team play in Final Fantasy XIV a lot, probably too much. Not only is it something that I enjoy, but team play is the core of raiding in Final Fantasy XIV, especially if you want to compete at the high end. And whether you're a progression raider, a speedrunner, or someone who's just trying to put together a static to clear Savage for the first time, all of these environments revolve around effective team play and, most importantly, effective communication. So in this video, I'd like to go over the struggles you and your team may face when it comes to communication, and then discuss how you can work together as a team to overcome problems. We use communication every single day of our lives, whether we know it or not, and it's a difficult process to execute in an effective and constructive manner, especially for gamers. And it's not because gamers are primarily introverted or insert whatever gamer stereotype you want here, but it's difficult for us because most of the time we miss a key part of the communication process: body language. Humans are great at adapting conversation direction and needs solely based off of observing someone speak. And we don't really get to do that often or at all really with our teammates over Discord. But if we understand this disadvantage we are at, we can use it to create an effective and constructive communication process by making sure we touch on a couple of things when we're trying to solve problems or organize stuff with our team. And to do that, we need to start by having a purpose for the message we're trying to deliver. If you want to make a change for your raid team, whether it's a strategy change, a job swap, raid scheduling, whatever it may be, you need to really make sure you understand the message you are trying to deliver to your team. Is it clear what you're trying to ask or inform the group of? Is your message easy to follow and digest? Who is the message for? And are there things that need to change for specific individuals or the group as a whole? All of these are important things to consider when you're organizing events or strategies for your team. And we need to make sure we're laying out the details in a cohesive and clear manner that our team understands. Which leads me into my next point of understanding who you are delivering that message to. New people to your group, or people on a new job, or people on a new role may not be used to how you're communicating and may not understand the lingo or sometimes literally the language you are using. And it's not that they're stupid, they're just in or from a different environment. So we need to think about who we are trying to talk to and how we can tailor the discussion to those individuals. Or if we're trying to address the group as a whole, we need to think about how to best tailor the conversation to the team. But what if that discussion involves a problem or a conflict that we're trying to address? In competitive environments, conflicts are going to happen. It's just part of putting competitive individuals in the same room. And when conflicts do arise, most groups that I've seen or been a part of in the past have a pretty passive approach to addressing the problem, where they kind of just ignore it. Or they'll address the entire group with a blanket statement even if there's only an issue with one or two people. And neither of those approaches are constructive or helpful for the team. If you need to resolve a conflict or address something negative that only involves one or two people, the best thing you can do is speak only to the individuals involved and do it in a medium that is most comfortable to them. If it is something about a conflict and that person's more of a text person, message them on Discord. But if you can, you usually want to handle conflict stuff like that verbally with them. But the absolute worst thing you can do is make something personal public. Taking the easy road to avoid conflict and hide behind sending out a message to the whole team to address the concerns of one or two people can add more conflict than necessary if addressed inappropriately. Not only does this usually result in added friction between the individuals involved, but this can also take a toll on people who are doing nothing wrong. Or in most cases, especially in small groups like a static, everyone already knows who you're singling out, and that individual that you should be constructively helping and reaching out to is now put on blast and ultimately humiliated. And it's really hard to be on the receiving end of that, especially when it feels like it isn't constructive or it comes off as passive aggressive. Confrontation is difficult for many people, myself included, but the best thing you can do is just have a conversation and uphold the basics of effective communication. Have a purpose every time you try to communicate with your team. Use whatever means of communication works best for your team, whether that's an announcement channel for scheduling, words and pictures for strategies, or a voice call to address a more serious problem. And most importantly, understand that the receiver of your message is the focus, not you. Think about how you present information to them. Make it easy for them to follow and comprehend. Specify who and what you're talking about. And understand that having a mature, concise, and constructive productive conversation, not only about what the problem is, but what the solution to that problem is, will make you and your team stronger and put you all in a position to succeed. So I hope this video was able to give you all some brain food to kind of chew on and think about for a bit. While I think most of this stuff is pretty obvious, it's kind of mind-blowing how many problems could be solved by just communicating effectively. Organizing and running a team is by no means an easy task. And if you want to compete, fostering an environment that is goal-focused and goal-oriented is an even more monumental task. But setting your goals and expectations early on by communicating properly and effectively will not only attract like-minded players, but it will help keep those players together to grow and succeed as a team. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below, or if you just want to chat, feel free to hop by one of my Twitch streams or join my Discord server, and I'd love to hang out. As always, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my video, and have a great day. Goodbye.